All right, before I say good night, I just wanted to do a quick video, and I wanted to start off. This may go somewhere else, but I wanted to start off with rules. So sometimes when you're talking about a situation, like let's use a basketball game, or let's use a soccer game as an example. You know what? Let's use a baseball game. Let's use a baseball game as an example. Now, you have your players, you have your referee, you have your coaches, you have your people in the stands, you got your news reporters that are covering it, you got everything. Okay. Now, there are certain rules in the game. There are even certain rules in the audience. You know what I mean? There's certain rules in the audience. You can't put your legs up or your feet up on the chair in front of you. You can't harass people. They do have security for that. You can't get into fights just because you're on opposite sides. You know what I mean? Well, they have rules, right? And if you break them, like if you get into a fight with somebody or it's a group fight or something, you guys might not be able to come back for like 6 months. I mean, that's the whole season. So you have to wait till next season to come back and watch the game. There's rules on the field too. Now, even if nobody was covering it, okay, there's rules when you're practicing. There's rules outside. It's not like that game is 24/7. There's a lot of stuff that happens around it. People get transported. Sometimes the team has to go to this city or that city, whatever the case is. But my point is, and now I'm gonna use myself as an example, and obviously I'm gonna call myself one of the batters, right? If I'm a batter, being perfect does actually work to an advantage, and I kind of want to explain that. Now listen. So first of all, people will play the game, but let's face it. If you're beating people the game and you're like the unliked person or the person that they want out or whatever the case is, how are they gonna deal with you? That's first of all. So first of all, they're gonna go. They're gonna say, or they'll play you on that field. When they find that they can't beat you on the field or that you're too strong, what can they do now? They can go outside of the rules, right? Yeah, I talked about in my earlier video about baseball, about how sometimes the pitcher will throw the ball and it will hit the guy in the head, and it can really hurt really bad. These pitchers can throw that ball really fast. So let's say that happens, right? Now you or me, I'm in a situation where we are outside of the rules. This is like Lord of the Flies kind of rules, or like, totally outside of the rules. Now, if I beat them in that, what are they gonna do? Now, they're gonna try to go outside of any rule. So they don't wanna play any rules. They might do something where they go, they're gonna try to get the coach to put me last, so that and then get the team struck out so that I don't have a chance to bat. Right? They're gonna try that. They try that, doesn't work. What are they gonna do next? They're gonna try to get me traded, try to get me fired, try to end my contract, try to threaten. They'll use intimidation on anybody. They'll use intimidation on the home fans. They'll use intimidation on the fans that like me. They'll use intimidation on the team, the franchise, the whole MLB if they have to. They'll use intimidation to make sure that I don't get play. Or they want me on the field. They just don't want me to do well. Or especially they don't want me to do as good as I'm doing. You know what I mean? So what I was getting at was that, so that's basically it. People play you by the rules. They play you outside of the rules, which is kind of like without laws, like lawless, like the Wild Wild West. And then they do that. But here's the thing. This is what I know. When you're perfect, right? If you do everything right, because on this planet, systems are very much respected. Even by animals, like humans and animals. All beings on this planet really, really pay attention to rules and systems. Systems are very important. So if you have a guy who's doing everything perfectly, and let's say he's phenomenal and all that, and he's more powerful in every way, what happens is that if they try to take it, for example, they go, no. You know what? There was an issue. What was the issue? One of his teammates was supposed to be in the bench area, and he was too close to the field. Oh, his foot was on the line. So this guy's point doesn't count. We don't want his point to count. Now, let's say they even get successful at that. which even if they're playing that game, it's a very short game that they're gonna play for. Even if they get successful in that, they don't count my point. Somehow, I will manage to somewhere earn that point. I will manage to earn that point somewhere, somehow, and I'm gonna get it. All right. I think that was good enough. I know that's a very short video. Usually at night, I leave people with a longer video. I'm hitting 5.5 minutes and I'm good with it. So have a good night.